None shall pass. Oh, come on now. You're just a bandit. You can't pull out that line. Greetings and welcome to the third and final part of A Wizard's Eye on Knights of Pen and Paper 2. Here be dragons, eventually. Actually, I say eventually, we're not going to see them today, as we haven't seen them in the previous two episodes, because I'm still far too low level. So consider this actually to be just a Wizard's Eye on Knights of Pen and Paper 2, and we may eventually find the dragons if and or when we continue this in a full Let's Play format. But until then, we're just going to continue casting our Wizard's Eye over the game and generally taking a look at what it has to offer. Today, we're going to finish off getting hold of the derp, which is not the Gek, honest, it's a derp. Yeah, okay, good. And we're also going to take a look at the dungeon delving mechanics, and then that's pretty much it. I think we will have seen most of what the game has to offer, at least in the early levels, and you can all let me know what you think, and if you want this to continue on into a full Let's Play series. So let's get cracking. Okay, GM, what's up next? Is it the derp? It is the derp. Look, fight an arranged battle, so this is a fixed difficulty encounter. And we don't get to choose what is involved, we just have to fight what turns up. A cleaning closet in the back wall opens with a crash. Toxic scavenger! What's all this commotion about? That's the man village elder told us about. His summoning failed. Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy who came out all deformed. He's like the toxic scavenger. With that face, I would escape. With that face, I would escape the forest too. That's what I meant to say. So, accept your cruel fate or angry at the world. Angry! Violently angry! Oh, that is unfortunate. Why is he so violently angry? I thought we'd just be able to have maybe a nice chat and a cup of tea and resolve things, but oh no, we have to fight an arranged battle with a fixed difficulty. We've already been slapped by the Feather Duster. Well, we know we can defeat these two pretty easily, so it just depends on how hard the Toxic Scavenger himself is. Smite, a super effective smite, which has just totally killed the undead cashier. He's now gone, which means we don't actually need to do a cleave now because we wouldn't gain anything from it. So let's do a power lunge. Pow! You're on your own now, Toxic Scavenger man. It's just you and us. We're gonna smite you. Oh, he resisted the weakness. Look at that. He's much tougher than his fellows. Power lunge then. Have some of this. Hey, take it easy. This is my only scene! I'm going to make it count! Okay, Toxic Scavenger if you say so. I mean, you do have a mop by the looks of it with some kind of toxic sludge on it, which is not nice. It's pretty, it's pretty unpleasant. We'll go with another power lunge. Come on then. Give me your worst. Ooh, it did an attack on both of us. I think that cost us some energy. And look at this, I'm poisoned for 3. Lose energy each turn. If you have none, lose health instead. It does not matter because it's over. The Toxic Scavenger has been slain by the mighty sword, Warhammer, of Octopi, the Paladin. 1,370 XP for the party, plus some bonuses, 26 gold, item bonus plus 2. We've found a hatchet. We don't really need a hatchet because we've got better equipment, but maybe we'll hold on to it. Maybe we'll sell it. I guess we'll have to wait and see. We've also gained a level up, another level up. We'll go for one more level of Riposte, I think, and then we'll start focusing on some of his other skills again. So he's up to +4 threat, automatically counterattacks with 63% damage on a successful senses roll. So, yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty good passive to have, although it does keep making him more and more of a threat, so he's going to be sucking more and more of the aggro, which is maybe what we want. We should load up our damage reductions and stuff on him as well. Should we get lay on hands so that we can heal up poor old Jonas as he continues to take a massive battering? That's probably the way to go. All right, there we go. Fantastic. Is that it, Mr. GM? Have we now acquired the derp? As the scavenger falls to the ground, you hear him whisper, "Eek." Did he say EK? Those are not the letters we're looking for. Poor scavenger. Rest in pieces. R.I.P. Close enough. We'll take that extra I as improved. That was it. Now return to the spawn point village. Oh, there we go. Look, we totally just browbeat the GM into giving us the quest, even though perhaps he had more prepared. Who knows? Good. Let us return to the spawn point village and continue our quest. Will we be intercepted on the way? We are not. Safe travel all the way home. Village Elder. Hooray! We have a signal again, and that extra eye made it even better. Derp. With the summoning circle back in action, you can add more characters to the group. Just click the chair. So there we go, look, 1,530 XP for the party, 24 gold, item bonus +2, all sorts of good stuff, and we now have 5 chairs, so we can, at our whim, add additional characters to our party, although they will cost us gold. It costs 10 gold to add the first one, and then I think it costs 80 gold or something to add the second one. I don't know how much it costs to add the third one. But we're not going to do that just yet. I will leave that for a possible future series. Should we pick up this for a full Let's Play series, we'll start that by adding in at least 1 or 2 new characters to partake in that adventure. But before that, I do just want to explore the dungeon delving mechanics as the last kind of facet of our Wizard's Eye on Knights of Pen and Paper 2. So let's do that. Let's take another quest, and it'll be a dungeon diving quest. Here we go. Chest of Plenty, level 8. Fight an arranged battle. It actually tells us that it's an arranged battle, although actually it's more like a series of battles. The village elder returns. Nearby our village lies the nearby cave, featuring the Chest of Plenty, a self-refilling treasure chest. I could definitely replace my crude wooden chest with that. The chest used to give 1 treasure per day, but since the Paper Knight visited the cave, things have gone wrong. Dino Fevil and his bandits have taken over the cave and keep ninja looting all the chests. This has slowed our adventurer business and hurt the monetization of the mobile version. Please, kindly escort the bandits out of the cave so we can get things back to normal. Okay, where can we find this Ninja Fevil? You didn't listen at all, did you? Go fix the chest! Very well, we shall travel to the nearby cave. Contrary to popular belief, it's not that nearby. Marketing is everything. On we go! Our party was attacked along the way. A bunch of bandits block your way to the cave entrance. Out of our way! We came to free the Chest of Plenty. Bandit. None shall pass. Oh, come on now. You're just a bandit. You can't pull out that line. LOL! I know what happens next. Yeah, we're totally going to whack these fools. We can't go for the guy in the back, of course. We can go for the guy in the front. Weakness, standard opener from Octopi. Ooh. Ooh, they've all cured themselves. Cheeky, very cheeky. Alright, let's cleave them. Bandit, it's just a scratch. Nothing but a flesh wound. Ha! You are no black knights, you are mere bandits. Bandits who actually are pretty close to being trash mobs. I mean, we're not having much difficulty dispatching you, are we? Look, we're about to kill one of your number right now. And the last one, come on, down you go. Yes, I am not impressed. None of the party members, Jonas or Octopi, are impressed with your efforts to mimic the Black Knight, for you are not he. These bandits are hilarious. I want some more. Wow, we just got XP again. And leveled up. I actually kind of wish we'd had another encounter to fight before we leveled up again. But never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Attack with 108 damage. Your target. Yeah, we'll go with this because we use Smite quite a lot, don't we? -1 resist, +1 energy cost, +6% damage. There we go. Good. Another level of riposte, or should we go for cleave? We use quite a lot of cleave, don't we? Let's go for cleave. There we go. Good stuff. GM, what's next? Dungeon. A clear dungeon to continue the quest. The Chest of Plenty, level 8. Alright, so this is a dungeon, so this is another mechanic the game offers. There may be other mechanics further in, I don't know, quite frankly, because I haven't got much further than this. I did get to Big Town, but apart from that, not really. But Dungeons has a classic dungeon exploration component to it. So basically we are in this room, and we can explore, we can choose which direction to explore, and we can explore different rooms. So let's go right. When in doubt, always go right and explore the bigger room. When you enter this empty room, you see a green, fat, and transparent creature eating pancakes at the other end of the room. It notices you and attacks! You get slimed. Oh no! Slime trap! Ow! Further ahead, you see the walls of this room are decorated with colourful wall paintings. At the centre of the room, you see a small pile of gold coins and a small but angry gecko guarding its treasure. It seems the gecko did not provide any meaningful defense, and therefore we simply got the treasure. So let's continue exploring the dungeon. Of course, we could go back and explore this room that we left behind, but let's continue on forward. This place is being redecorated. A group of monsters are bashing and breaking containers of various sorts here, trying to find anything valuable. Suddenly they notice you. Suddenly they notice you and attack! Ah! And we're into combat, and notice, well, first of all we have Darkness, which is a status effect which gives +5 initiative to the enemies, so obviously it makes it more likely for them to attack first, although actually look, Octopi, the legend, has managed to beat them nonetheless, and can open with a nice smite. So yeah, this is a fixed encounter. All of the encounters that we will have in this dungeon are fixed encounters, so I guess it acts as a kind of a gating mechanic for the story. In order to progress the story, you have to occasionally go through dungeons or other types of fixed encounters that you can't just build and make easy for yourself if you so wish to. So it creates a bit of pacing to the game, which I like. And when I say fixed encounters, I should just clarify that I don't think the encounters themselves are pre-created. I think they're randomly generated for each game, because the dungeon is certainly randomly generated. The level layout of the dungeon, what you find in the different rooms, I think is all randomly generated, or procedurally generated, I should say. But the type of monsters that you'll meet and the number of them is all based on that algorithm, rather than something that you can pre-generate. Not that it seems to be causing us much difficulty. Critical hit! Nice work, Octopi. You have slain the nefarious villain. And we got a tasty beverage out of that. Look, you are inflicted with rage. Nice. 518 XP for the party. Good. Starting to creep up towards the next level. Obviously, the nice thing about leveling up is you get all your stats back. I mean, you get your health and energy back, which is, of course, lovely in the right situation. All right, so this is a dead end. Nothing else to explore here. So let's just continue back and head on. In the middle of the room, you see a large rusted cage. In a cage, you see a very old humanoid corpse. Several rusty chains and manacles hang on the walls. Nice bit of description there, GM. Also, look at this. Look at this pick in the wall here. That ring any bells for anybody? Perhaps, maybe. All right, GM. Let's continue on then. The walls of this room are decorated with colourful wall paintings. At the centre of the room, you see a small pile of gold coins and a small but angry gecko, again guarding its treasure. Well, obviously, it was as naught to us. Let's head down here and see what's in the little entrance bit. In this room, you see a 2-foot-high barricade cutting this room at half. At half? Surely that should be in half. The barricade is made of anything one can find from a dungeon. Rocks, armor pieces, dirt. In the trash, you find something. A red handkerchief. Oh, lovely. +1 threat. Should we actually give that to Octopi? Because A, he's got the slots for it, and B, it'll help to counterbalance the ever-expanding threat of Jonas. Didn't we go in here? Oh no, it's a new room. The floor of this chamber is covered with sleeping mats and piles of straw. Your discussion about the classification of monsters alerts the guards. Clearly Octopi and Jonas having some kind of out-of-game debate, and the GM has decided to punish them for it. Very sensibly, I applaud him for that. Here we go, we've got Darkness again, but that's no problem, and it's only 2, so it shouldn't be difficult. Oh, that was the counter-attack. Nice work, Jonas. We should make short work of these two, although the trouble is, because we're in a dungeon, we can't actually rest at the moment, so we have no way of recovering. There we go, look. Success! 334 XP. Unless we level up, we have no way of recovering our health and mana without consuming our consumables, so it's important to make sure you're well stocked before going into a dungeon. At the center of the floor of this room, you notice a deep crater, as if something has forcefully exploded here. Is that it? Oh, can we investigate it? Aren't we supposed to have the investigate option to, like, search for cool stuff? No? Any way to interact with this room? It's just, I guess it's just fancy description then. Clear the dungeon to continue the quest. Okay, fine. We shall then progress back through the dungeon, backtracking to the unexplored room. A half-dozen stone statues are standing in this room. Each statue is remarkably detailed. All of them are in fighting position, with sheer terror on their faces. Well, that doesn't sound good, does it? Is that it? There's nothing else? Alright, fine. Well, you know what? We could continue on into the dungeon. In fact, it looks like that might be, or in fact, both of these might provide stairs down to the next level of the dungeon. But we're not going to do that today because I just wanted to come in here to show you another mechanic of the game, to show you the dungeon exploration component of Knights of Pen and Paper 2. And now that I've done that, we're going to return back to the village, partly because I think we've probably gone on for long enough today, and partly because I want to kind of test, actually, that if it's allowed to do, and if we can then come back later, perhaps, to a semi-explored dungeon. It'll be interesting. Alright, we have returned to Spawn Point Village. Huzzah! Let's rest here for the night and recover our various wounds and things. And that, I think, is where we're going to leave Jonas and Octopi for now, and indeed our entire Wizard's Eye on Knights of Pen and Paper 2, Here Never Were Dragons series. Yes, I have to apologise for not actually having shown off any of the DLC content. If we don't do a Let's Play series going forward, then I'll certainly be playing it on my own, and when I eventually reach that content, I'll do another Wizard's Eye on series for you. But if you do want to see a continued Let's Play series of this, it'll be slightly different. It'll probably be structured slightly different. I may even go a little bit rawer than I have done with this. I'm not sure at the moment whether to leave all of the fights in or to cut them as I have been doing for these videos, or, you know, I'll probably want to experiment around a little bit with that, as I have been doing over the last 3 videos. So if you have any comments or suggestions, if you want to see a series, and then leave a like I say, and definitely leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts are. But all of that will probably have to wait for a little bit, because the rest of this month is now going to be focused on the big game giveaway that is well overdue to begin. I've got quite a number of games actually to give away. I'm really pleased with the response that I've gotten on that. And yeah, so most of the videos will probably be games which are included in that giveaway in order to give people an opportunity to enter, and also to say thank you for, obviously, the games that have been provided by the developers, and just generally to highlight some of the games which have been really central to the channel in its first year in existence. But until then, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I have been Weird Wizard, and I will see you later.